Hello guys, and welcome back with another video on the Halo channel. In today's video I'm going to be running through the new update in Anime Vanguards, and I'm going to be focusing on the Bleach side of things. I'll be talking about the 3 new higher up Bleach units. I don't know if there's any other Bleach units, but these are the 3 that I'm aware of. And I'm going to be giving a showcase of them and talking about them a little later. Excuse me, Jesus, a little later on. But without further ado, I want to talk about probably the hardest grind, which is going to be for the new Ichigo Vanguard unit. And sadly, I'm not going to be visually showing this, but I'll be trying to talk about it as much as I can. So yeah, without further ado, we're going to be going to the raid section, going over to our little Vaskar Ichigo over here, going down to the underworld section, and this is how you can either buy the mask or you can get it from a 10% drop from the new raid. This is also how you're going to get the 2 new units and their upgrading features, what they need to upgrade to their second form. And I do recommend using these units because they are apparently the new meta, as apparently I fell out of the old meta or whatever, and they're actually pretty broken. Well, Ichigo's broken. These two's passives are really fun in my opinion. They're really good supports. This one's basically range. This one's slowing, being able to follow people, and reincarnation. It keeps you alive after like you. I'll talk about them a little more, but right now we're gonna be looking at this guy. Sadly, I'm not gonna do raids because they take way too long, and I probably could talk about the whole thing in a raid, but I don't know, I got better things to do, like jump around the random lobby. So what you're going to do after you get the mask from either the 10% drop or buying it with 2,000 coins, although I don't recommend doing that because you'll probably need a lot of these stars for upgrading Ichigo, Aizen, and Diablo. But mainly Ichigo because he takes a lot of the stars. I'm pretty sure he takes the max level of every star. He takes 100 green stars, 50 of the other color stars, and then 5 of the rainbow star. So yeah, have fun with that. It took me 3 days, and I think 1.5 of those days I went star grinding as much as I could. So first things you're gonna do is not really defeat, but yeah, it's what is on the screen. Is basically you have to go into the raid and find these purple pillars that fall out of the sky every like 5 waves or something, and basically kill units around them. This is a lot easier with people you know or in a lobby you can talk to, especially with other people that are trying to do that quest, because most people focus on just trying to survive the raid, and that makes it so it's harder to kill people around the pillars, which ultimately only allowed me to kill like break, I should say, 2 pillars each match, which was kind of sad because it was slowed down. But realistically, there's 30 waves in every 5. You should probably be able to do this around 6 times if you can get through the whole wave without dying. And you have a group of people that can actually follow orders or instructions or anything. Common sense. I don't know. People really just be reading chat and then be like, no, we ain't doing that. Probably because they don't have the mask. But other than that, I don't know why you're doing the raid. For the what coins? The whole reason for the raid is to get this overpowered anyway. After you do all of that, okay, after you defeats 20 of those pillars, you're going to need the Aizen unit, and he is going to need to be upgraded, sadly. This is going to take a lot more of those other max stars that you needed for Ichigo. So good luck with that. I didn't want to use this Aizen because I was already grinding him out. I already got him off his pretty decent stats. But yeah, you're going to need another Aizen. Well, I guess I needed 2 Aizens, but you're going to need an Aizen. So if you don't really care about Aizen too much, although I do recommend him as a pretty decent unit, sadly you're going to need him and his upgraded state. And then you're going to need to sacrifice him. So goodbye Aizen. That is the second part of the mask. So yeah, pretty simple I guess, but takes a lot of materials away. So wow. Thank you, Anime Vanguard. I loved your grind. Anyways, Stage 3 is pretty simple. It was confusing for me, and sadly this is the part I got stuck and actually had to look it up. I wanted to do this whole thing myself, but I needed help from the internet. So that's actually what made me want to make this video. Sadly I'm not going to show it. Showing it would be like 1,000 times easier, but I'm not going to be. What you're going to do is click on the mask once you get to the third state. Basically use it, and it's going to teleport you to a spot. I forgot what it's called, but basically just a dungeon or a raid or whatever, and it's infinite. Every 5 waves of that raid will have a chance of allowing you to pick up one of the swords, and you basically have to pick the right one. Now what I didn't know, and I saw this from the video that I watched after I failed 2 times and then did it a 3rd time, I was like, wait, that's a great realization. If you go down to the centerpiece, right? I'm going to explain this as best I can without visuals. So stay with me here, guys. If you go down to the center where the enemies are going to be trying to attack, and you face the enemies, say there's enemies walking down this pathway up these stairs right now. You're facing these enemies. Place down your units, right? Protect your area. Literally, if you're facing the first line of units, go and turn to the left of your screen and walk this way. You should see a clump of swords around that area, like this-ish area. There are probably a few rocks and trees, but around this area. And you can literally just pick up one of those swords. Now, if you pick up the wrong one, you have to wait 5 waves again. But they are always going to be on this side, the left side of the area. Now, there's multiple swords in the update, or in the area, the raid area. But I want to take a hunch out of seeing after doing it 3 times and seeing a video 1 time and they're all in the same area. I'm very positive that they all spawn over here. But hey, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm sitting on a wild goose chase and you're not going to find squat. But I'm sure you will. Come over here. You basically just click on a sword. If you click the wrong one, good luck, because you open the next pathway. And basically just keep defending the infinite mode and keep trying to pick the right sword. It took me 2 tries to find the right sword, so I did like 1. I had to go defend again, and then I was like, oh god, it's this wave 10. If I don't get it now, there's gonna be a 3rd path, and I got it. And it basically just kicks you out after you get it. If you don't get it, you're gonna be defeated or survive forever in the infinite mode until you can find it. I was using pretty strong units in my opinion, and they were getting through, but I wasn't in the meta yet, so I'm sure if you have like Kurama, Naruto or something, you'd be perfectly fine. Anyways, after you do that, the little 3rd step, the 4th step is coming back and sacrificing 30 mythical or higher units. The video I watched said mythical units, which really had me bummed out because I hadn't played the game in a long time. Hello, can I open units? There we go. But as long as you do anything higher than legendary, so mythical and anything higher being secrets, exclusive units, there we go. All these count to sacrifice. Sadly, I have to give away some of my better units, but you can easily get that from using the new codes and gems to spin, or any other duplicate units you had or don't want. But yes, you do have to get rid of 30 of them before you finally unlock the last part of the mask. And once you get the full part of the mask, you can come over here, and again, I will tell you guys that you are going to need max stars. That requires, I don't know, Ichigo's not going to show it again. And I don't have a 2nd unit, sadly. But that does mean, let's just get a unit that like needs a few. You are going to need 100 of these green stars, 5 of these rainbow stars, and 50 of every other star other than green and rainbow. Rainbow again is 5 and green is 100, and that was treacherous. But I mean, if you're as desperate as I was, many ways you can get green stars is buying them every few seconds they restock, or every few hours, days, something like that. Going up to boss events and fighting the boss up there, for me it was Icarus, and that was kind of what I thrived off of, because Icarus did give me 65 extra coins. Actually, I can actually buy some right now. And also, like I was trying to say in the beginning of this video, saving up for your other coins, and that's why I suggest not buying the mask early on, because it's really not worth it. What is buying 50 of the green stars and a few of the other color stars, although I'm pretty sure this one only has yellow. I think every state has a different color. Never mind, Broly just has all of them. Sanji Wu has all of them too. I guess the ones that have already passed have all of them, but you can basically get the rainbow stars or the other stars too. This is actually how I was able to complete this, because again, like I said, I had to build a second Aizen, which wasted all the stars I had remaining, and I was like, wow, now I have like 14 stars and I need 14 green stars. I didn't know this was a mechanic, but apparently you can dismantle stars too to get green stars out of it. So I did that for the rainbow stars because I have a lot of them. So this is probably the easiest way. It takes 75 for every dismantle, but is basically the easiest way to get green stars, or every color star, I guess. Well, actually, no. I guess you can only get green stars for that. Don't listen to that second part. You can only get green. It's to dismantle other stars to get green stars. So yeah, this is probably the easiest way to get green stars, which I didn't realize until I dried out everything else, became completely desperate, looked over here and was like, hey, can I craft other color stars? And then randomly saw dismantled, and I was like, that's new. I don't remember seeing that before. So yeah, that's the mask, I guess. Anyway, let me jump into an infinite raid to show the different new parts of Ichigo. Just hop into a casual. Yeah. We could have done like Nightmare or something, but who has time for that? So yeah, that's basically all the ways to get the 3 new units. Again, one of them you can get while doing the raid for a 5% chance, being Diablo. The other one, Aizen, the only known way I know, and I'm pretty sure only way out, is to get them in the shop for 500 coins, which isn't even that bad. It's like 5 raids, unless you do money buffs, which means it can really just be like 4 raids. And then you have the Painstaking Ichigo, which is a 4-part quest that requires you to grind your life away, like I did. It was a fun grind though. I can't lie. I mean, I had fun. So yeah, let me showcase a few of the units. Mainly being this guy's ability, which is literally just if you do this. If you spawn in a unit, right, and you don't have enough money for him, it works. And also the upgrades you do for the unit you spawn in and he takes over, he automatically gets. So this unit is, I can see why it's a meta unit, and it also grows its range up to 200% every time it hits a unit, so it will keep shrinking. But in my opinion, this is a great ranged unit. I mean, I'm not really the whole DPS kind of connoisseur. There's probably other YouTubers out there that like have every unit and they're like, oh yep, this one's kind of trash, I have a better unit than this. But for me, falling out of a meta and coming back, this is a pretty fun unit in my opinion, as literally he can just like, what is just camping for the love of the game. I suggest using him with the money unit. I mean, if you have another really cheap unit, or like you're starting the game, this is probably a pretty decent unit to get for a 5% chance. So yeah, I think that's all he really does. I've done a few different takes of this recording, so I don't know if I've shown his passives, but for anyone that wants to read his different passives, here's all he does, and in my opinion, it is actually pretty helpful, fun, broken in a way. I'm gonna get rid of him because I need a few people to go break us down over there so Ichigo can tweak, and so Aizen can too. Aizen's whole thing, I don't think I can bring up his passes without him being out, so let me go do that real quick. Aizen's whole thing is also pretty much reincarnation, and so is Ichigo's new thing, which is why I really like the Bleach side of the update. Haven't really tried out the Naruto side, but I'm going to hopefully eventually get to that before their meta breaks or something. But I really like the Bleach side because it basically makes you feel immortal. Aizen can slow people down. I'm pretty sure he has a little buff in here. Y'all can read that. I think this is the livestock one. Yeah, it is. When your livestock reaches 0, he'll give you 1, and he'll change into one of his forms. I thought that only works for when he's fully maxed out, but apparently he'll change into one of his forms whenever he feels threatened and the livestock is down, which also makes him a really good unit for Infinite. And when he is in his final form, he will, and you activate his thing, which doesn't even take too long. I think it's like cooldown's like 40 seconds, kind of. No, yeah, 39, I think, literally. He will start bugging. He starts chasing down the person, and he also gives slow effect, which is really helpful. To other units, the buff off of slowed down things. And I think he also, I think his last passive was like, he helps buff No, wait, no, Aizen. He helps buff characters that are cosmic, which is the new Ichigo character. Yeah, you know, okay, cool. Which is the new Ichigo character. So he's also a helpful buffer, I guess. But Ichigo, in my opinion, I think he buffs himself. But maybe that was Aizen's doing. I don't really know. But also having this child down, once you finally get him in all of his glory, he will become this, the Vastakar unit down here. Basically start tweaking. I think his ability, I haven't really read through his abilities, so I can't really didn't talk about them, so I'm just, you know, having them up on screen. But I'm pretty sure his ability allows all the stocks to come back. I think. I feel like I've done it once. Oh, actually, wait, is the Mask Quest 5 part? Did I tell people that? Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, to finally get like his perfect form. No, I don't think that's part of the mask though. Yeah, no, no, you'll get the unit before that, but to unlock his second state is this. So yeah, no, I'm doing stuff right. So we're gonna let this unit go ahead. There should be another speed unit. Yeah, there's a few more coming. We're gonna go ahead and start messing these guys up. Just because I'm probably gonna sit in here afterwards. Let's go ahead and kill the guys at the top. But yeah, basically having Aizen is going to help us, and having other mini children are also going to help us. I'll put it just really further back, but it doesn't matter. But yeah, you do have to have these units down for this to work. And it's actually, I like the turn of events, because the mythical version of Ichigo's unit took away 2 of your life stocks. It won't allow you to take the last one, but it buffs him. And this one literally buffs him too. Although I'm very positive he does a lot more damage in his human form if he's fully maxed out. Sadly, I have yet to fully max him out, but I'm very positive he does do more damage in the human state than in the other states, Vastakark state or whatever. Oh no, I pulled them back and he's gonna murder them all. There we go. I'm hoping, oh, well, I guess when one goes in, Aizen's gonna tweak, and then Ichigo should too. It should automatically buff, there we go. Automatically buff Ichigo, and yeah, he does start bugging. He kills everything around him, and I wasn't sure. He kills everything. So it does act like the game ends. Okay, I saw it, and I wasn't sure if that was actually like a technique or something, but that's actually the coolest point, because that means you can put this guy wherever you actually want him, and he will just, boom, wipe out everyone. And Aizen is also in his, why isn't it up here? Okay. And Aizen's also in his second state. I think Aizen has another form. I'm pretty sure like one of his passives say that, but I have yet to actually get to it. Or not his passive, but his memory? Yeah, whatever this is, I don't know if this is a state he hits, or if I have to like evolve the memory of him. But I think his memory might help him too, I'm not too sure. And if that is the case, I'm guessing that this guy's memory might also help him. Somewhere, I'm sure it gives him something. Yeah, there's a few more buffs. But without further ado, I don't want to keep you guys too long here, because if y'all even care about this game anymore, y'all gotta get on a new grind, because apparently meta's shifted. Yay! And my last little condolences of this game is I don't fully recommend coming into this game wanting to grind the Naruto update, although the Bleach one was very hard and it took me 3 days, and I had a few leftover, like a lot of leftover stuff. Like, I was able to fully get Vastakar, or what is it called, Monarch on this child instantly, and I thought it was bad until I realized he was the new unit. I feel like the devs are doing a lot to the Naruto side to try to balance it out, I think. In my opinion, Naruto's broken. In like most of the raids I've done, he's been there to help. But other than that, I think the Bleach side is the more calm side, especially because in raids, both I'm pretty sure you can get from banners. I'm pretty sure you only need the Naruto Sage mode into the Naruto Ninetales, into the new Sage of Six Paths, wannabe Ninetales, Kurama, Naruto, Baryon mode, like, so yeah, I wouldn't recommend trying out the Naruto mode first, but if you're really into it, a lot of people have already used it, and I want to say it rivals Ichigo, but Ichigo's pretty strong, and this is actually a weak Ichigo. I don't know the form, works off of this, and I do know this only happens once. I killed the other. Hello? What the? Can I not? I can't sell you. It's killing me. Wait. Oh, it took away the other 2 stocks before it allowed me to delete them. That's actually crazy. But I think the human form is a lot stronger than the Vascar, and I've yet to get him maxed out and failed, so I don't know if that's what, like, if it knocks his damage down, or if the Vascar is meant to be played as a last-stage thing to buff him. So, like, I don't know if he's maxed and he became a Vascar, if his damage would rise even higher. If so, that could be, like, crazy. But right now, I feel like his human state is pretty broken itself. It does, like, I guess he has Monarch, but still. I don't know what his base damage is, because I got Monarch on him when he was a mythical, but, like, this is nasty. Okay, without further ado, that's all I have for this video. If y'all got any comment suggestions or anything, I'm bored on Roblox, bro, please. Okay, please. Hell, I was thinking of streaming natural disasters. I know y'all don't want to see that, bro. Please. Please, anything. I'm waiting for Rell to come out. We're thugging it out, but dang, I need the YouTube channel to come back, and I got free time now, so like, I please. All right. Anyways, without further ado, hope you guys are having a lovely day, night. Peace, fire, subscribe. Your boy signing off. Was this a successful video? Do I know what I'm doing? No. Is the meta broken? Hell yeah. All right. Bye, guys. Jesus.